welcome to another one of ADemonicShadow videos. This time is on my grindiest trophies outside 100% in games. I am your host, ADemonicWizard for Twitch, ADemonicShadow for literally everything else, and I'm going to talk about trophies that took forever to get. I can understand not a lot of people care about trophies, and that's completely understandable. I mainly platinum games that I really enjoy, and rather than just doing them for the trophies. Yeah, whatever. So let's move into the list, which I took screenshots of. So, challenge accepted from Borderlands 2, which is complete level 1 of non-level specific challenges with a single character. This one took forever because you have to do pretty much everything with one character, which once again is kind of like 100%ing everything, but some of them are pretty basics, and most of them you'll get just playing the game, let alone going for all the other trophies. But this is on the list because of one particular task was you had to find a certain robot in a box, and there's a chance that you can spawn in like 3 boxes, and you literally would just load up a save or just load up, go to the box, open it, see if he pops out, because you had to kill him too, and he's not that hard. And that's pretty much all you had to do, but there was just a low % chance of him actually dropping. So that's where the grinding took place. Didn't take that long. It took a few days. No reason it took a few days is just because of how few attempts I put at it. Because I would wake up, get ready for school. Because this is back when I actually went to high school. I would try like a few times, and then I would go to school. And then I would probably come back, try a few times, and then here was that. But whatever, it's a gold trophy and it's worthy of that because there's quite a few things to do. Next up we have Polymath, which collect all the hints scattered across New York City for Prototype 1, and Streetwise, which is collect all the landmarks collectibles scattered across New York City. Now there's 250 of these things, and it took a few hours to do this. What I did is I ended up getting a tablet, finding a video on YouTube, and watching a person through it, which was weird because I used my sister's tablet as she was going to bed, and then when she woke up I returned it. So it took all night to do that. Now it's quite fun, and I don't blame people for not getting these. There's I believe there's 50 hints and then 200 collectibles. There's just a lot. Took forever. I mean, a few hours, but Next up is Waste Management and Above the Law for Grand Theft Auto 5. These are, once again, those last two are tied because I couldn't pick between which one. Waste Management is more disappointing because, first of all, Grand Theft Auto 5 has like 7 sets of collectibles, and they're all oh my gosh, why? But this one's on here because it was just disappointing, and that's what made it even boring, because you're able to go in the submarine and go underwater and explore underwater, and at first you think that's really cool, but then you realize that there's nothing to do other than collect nuclear waste. It's the whole objective of going underwater in a submarine outside 1 or 2 story quests. It's literally to collect nuclear waste. There's nothing else fun about it, and it was completely boring because you had to pull up your phone in the game, and you would get a beeper when you get closer to a nuclear waste, and you would collect it, and then you would move on. It was completely boring, and oh my gosh, it should not have been in here, but whatever. Above the Law is just online related, and you just have to get to level 100. This is, of course, before they added all the fun stuff you can do for Grand Theft Auto 5, and this is what made it, a lot worse, is that there wasn't all that much fun to do. I didn't necessarily have a lot of people to play with too, where I could just, keep playing and having fun until eventually I got to level 100. But the thing is that I stopped having fun playing online when I got to like level 60. So I had 40 levels to go, and that's not, a walk in the park. So I had to grind them out by doing like a police. There's like a race you can do around the prison, and it was literally just doing that, and it was easy to find people to race against because you get more experience because if more people are playing. It was pretty easy to do because other people are grinding out too, and it was the fastest way of grinding experience. But outside that, you know, moving on. Next up, we have the True Son of the Emperor, which is kill 40k enemies and all game modes combined, and Warhammer. This one took a little bit longer than me for Grand Theft Auto, and this one's lower on the list because it was kind of fun to play. I kind of wish the game was more populated online, because the game's online is pretty fun. Like, the game itself is, I would say, like Gears of War and God of War combined, with its gore for gameplay on shooting and, you know, melee combat. Overall, it was just a fun game, which started off from a board game, I believe. But this is another one that I would, or at least the next few trophies are the ones I would start up like the beginning of my day or end of my day or whatever, grind out a few waves or grind out a few tries, save, leave, rinse and repeat, and that was over a course of a week, instead of, you know, sitting there and doing it all in one session, which probably would have made it worse. But once again, true fun game though. Next up, we have Perfectionist, which is for some odd reason a bronze trophy for reaching 75% completion in normal mode or mercenary mode. And just cause too. Now, just cause there are cities and bases and, you know, stuff like that where you can 100% them, and 100% of them goes towards your overall completionist of the game. So when you go into a city, you have to like destroy all the not enemies, like you have to destroy all their bases, like water towers that have the logos on it. Like if they have like a store, like little shop there or whatever, you would destroy that. Of course, destroy any turrets, any type of weapons like that. You know, airplanes, turrets, you know, any type of war, not necessarily war objects, but any type of like enemies that are, you know, hostile towards you and stuff like that. Destroy all the enemies and stuff like that. And then you also had to get all the collectibles in that area too, and also getting collectibles in general was going towards your completionist. So doing that all for cities, you pretty much would just boot up the game, just go to a place you never been before, 100% it, and then move on, and just kept doing that. This one was a little bit more fun to do, which is why, well, it wasn't as fun as Warhammer, because that's pretty much all you do, and just cause it's just fuck around. So it's pretty much just fucking around until you fucked around enough until you got this trophy, which was bronze for some reason. It took a little bit longer than just it took a little bit longer than Emperor, or sorry, Warhammer, just because it wasn't as fun. Genocide, I'm sure Genocider, Genocidary, yeah, gold, kill 53k, 596 zombies. The reason for that number is kind of a joke on zombie games, which goes to even Dead Rising, I believe, which is the, you know, one where you're a mall, you're a photographer in a mall, and I think it's the same trophy, or I think it's the same amount of zombies you have to kill, but I think it's either one up or one down. And I think that was kind of cool, just between zombie games, that they all pretty much have this trophy, because I think Dead Island also has it, and it's, you know, somewhere close to this. I don't remember what started, and that's something I kind of wish I looked into. But, you know, we're not here talking about the story of trophies, we're talking about how long it took. But this one was on the PS3, not the PS4, because the PS4 was a lot easier for Dead Nation, because they had a challenge, like arcade mode, where you just ran through waves and waves, and that made it a lot easier to rack in kills. This one was before that, or at least I think they had a DLC after I got in this, and what you had to do was just load up literally the last level and just kill zombies, which didn't take as, you wanted to kill like 1,000, maybe 2,000 zombies per wave, so it took a little bit longer than all the other trophies. And of course, this would be the last trophy you would get, because this, you know, all you had to do is grind kills. So it took a little bit longer than Just Cause and Warhammer and everything like that, which is why it's high on the list. And I mean, it was kind of fun to do. Not really, maybe, because by the time you get to the end of the game itself, you're already using all the weapons. You already know how to use them. They're already all maxed and everything like that. So the thing you can do about this to make it more fun is that you can load up a chapter, and you can load it up instead of loading your saves, and then you can customize the weapons you upgrade or not. But, you know, whatever. Next up, we have Processor Vectorin from Starhawk, which is Win 50 Prospector Games. First of all, this game's amazing, and I would really love a sequel, and it's really fun to play. Two, the reason why this is on the list, or where it's at on the list, is because you have to win. It's not just play a game for so long. You have to win, which is literally a wave mode that gets harder and harder as you progress, and it's waves. So the thing about this is that also the online was dead, at least for this game mode. Deathmatch was probably the only one that was being played, and for this one you had to do it solo, and you could play up to 4 players, and it doesn't alter the difficulty if you're playing on 4 players. So playing on 4 players is a lot easier. So when you play with just 1 player, once again it's you against the whole army. And the fact that if you get to like the last wave and you die, you pretty much just wasted it. So it was winning the fact that made this take a lot longer and was a lot harder and a lot more grindy. But overall was probably real fun to do, because the way Starhawk does is that you kill enemies, and you find these little barrels where they give you energy, and then you can use that energy to literally build on the spot a turret, a base, an ammo box, like a sniper post, like a vehicle post, and you can get into a vehicle and drive off to shoot off the other enemies. And that part of the game made it really fun. It was like Command and Conquer, except from a third-person shooting mechanic, a third-person view. It was really fun to play, and I really did enjoy this game. But moving on, we have Stardust Hunters, which is a trophy for getting a star in every rank for Renaissance of Fate. This one took forever. This was my least favorite trophy from the game. The game itself is amazing. Adding in real time with turn-based was really unique, and I really did like it. Getting this trophy is that in this game there is a Coliseum, and then their Coliseum there are 10, I believe there's five levels, and in each level there's 10 stages, and in order to getting a star for each stage, you had to beat it 10 times, which came up to 500 matches. It's 500 matches of just wow. Like, each stage would be the same enemies that you had to beat 10 times, but they would just change their placement. And then when you first start, it's easy because they're easy enemies, but as you get towards the end, they start becoming like boss enemies and stuff like that, and you kind of can't really just think about it. I mean, you can't really just wing it and beat it. You kind of have to actually, like, oh look, this is the boss, let me think about it. And sometimes you lose and quit. But that was completely fun to grind out after every session, because I would pretty much play the game, play the story, and then before I go to bed, I would, put in some music and grind out a few Coliseum matches. Fun. Next up, we have Forge Master Fournier, which is upgrade 30 weapons to the max level. The only reason why this is on there, sorry there, yawn. It's not like you have to, like, when you kill an enemy, you get experience and you just have to max it out. This is on here because in order to level up a weapon, you have to have the items to level up the weapon. And some of them are pretty common, some of them are a lot rare. Now, I can only think of 2 items in the game that you have to get that are really rare. But literally, there's people who have quit playing or quit trying to platinum the game just because of how rare it is to find these items, and if so, they have gotten 100 hours. Because for me, the platinum this game took 86 hours, I believe, and there's people who are at 130, 150 looking for the same items that I've already obtained, I've already found. So, and then most of those hours between mine and theirs is literally looking for these rare items. So it can take quite a while to get these. Now, the 2 that I can remember is that in the city area or something like that, what you had to do was you load up your save, This is one of them that was missable. Like if you did this, because the city, spoiler alert, gets destroyed. So if you don't do this before the city gets destroyed, then you have to go to another playthrough and then you have to do it there. But what you would have to do is you load up a save, you walk out a pretty far distance into the city, because it's one of those cities where there's platformers. It's not like an open where you can just, well, it's still open, but they had path waves, because it's one of those cities in the sky, so between two rocks, so there would be buildings and housings on one side and buildings and housing on the other side, and these little bridges that connected them. But it wasn't like each one connect to each one. If you wanted to get to one certain place, you had to take one specific path to get there. So what you would do is you would run out to like the middle platform or the first platform, because there was like a little battle stage there. You would look to see if the star item that you're looking for was even there, like it was like a shiny. If it wasn't there, you would just reload your save. If it was there, then you would continue taking this path, which took about 2 or 3 minutes to actually get to the shiny, where it was that, and then you would pick it up, and then you would know if you got the item or not. More than likely, you didn't get it, so you would reload your save since you didn't get the item you're looking for, and try it again, which overall, the whole process of actually loading up, picking up the item, and then loading up again to try again took about 5 minutes. So that took it took me quite a while to do that. Another one is that in the desert level, towards the end of the game, there's only 3 enemies. There's only 3 times that you face this enemy in the game. And they're all in the game, and he has an item that you need to once again upgrade your weapons. So there's only really one time when you could. There's only one time where you can really grind him willingly. All the other times, because the first time you fight him, I don't think he's at like a story event, so it's not something you can grind off of. And the last time you find him is when you're doing the last part of the game and you can't load back. You're finishing out the game. But it's been rumored, it's not confirmed, that he has the most likely of dropping the item. So what people have done is just literally keep beating the game instead of just grinding off the one, because it gives you the better chance, because these drops rates are under 1%. But the desert one, once again, you load up the save, you go into the desert, there's a city in the desert, you load up the save there, you walk into the desert, you take like a good 2 or 3, maybe 1 or 2 minutes to get to the actual enemy. You fight him, which takes about another 2 minutes, and then you get to see if you get he drops it, you pick up the shiny, see if you have it, and if not, you just reload your save. If you do, then of course you want to go back to save. I think you had to get like a few of these. I know for the airy one, you had to get like 4 of them, I want to say, and then for him, you had to get like I want to say like 3 or 4. I don't remember the number, because once again, I played this game in 2011 when I was doing it. But that took quite a while. Once again, people done like an extra 50 hours of grinding out. There's some other ones you have to grind out for, but once again, it depends on how lucky the game likes you. That 1% drops are the best. Looking at you, Monster Hunter. But moving on, we have Modnation Superstar for Modnation Racer, which once again is my favorite car racing game ever, despite there being Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing, and a lot others. Modnation Racer had this where you can create your own levels, create your own vehicles, create your own characters, and it had a fun mechanics of drifting. Whatever. You're not here to talk about why I love this game, but Modnation Racers, it's one of those play, create, share games where you can create and share your levels, your characters, and everything like that with others, just like Little Big Planet. And it has one of those. It's one that has those. It has one of those communities where if you heart and download mine, I heart and download yours, so people kind of help each others. And the thing about achieving level 30 is that in order to get from level 1 to 29, from level 1 to 29, from level 1 to level 29, you need to get 500,000 experience. Alright, 500,000 experience. And that takes quite forever, because the way you get it is that if someone downloaded your character, you got like 100. If they downloaded your cart, you got like 100. And if they downloaded your level, you got like 1,000 experience. And then that, as you can see, once again, to get to 500,000, that can take quite a few downloads. And then you can't even start to even grind out the downloading of your characters, because as you get higher in levels, you're able to, you know, publish more characters and stages and cards to be downloaded. So you actually can't have these all from the start, and then eventually you're doing. So like when you first start, you can only have like 10 characters published in like a stage or something like that, or like 10 stages. And then by the time you're level 30, then you know you can have all these. Not even before that. They say like level 20, you're able to. You have everything unlocked for how many space you can have for uploading. But once again, level 29. I mean, sorry, level 1 to level 29 is half a million experience, right? Level 29 to level 30 is another 500,000 experience, which means that when you're going from level 1 to level 30, when you get to level 29, you're only halfway there to getting to the max level. And it was so much fun finding that out, because I was level 29 when I found that out, and I was like, okay, how much experience does it actually take to get to level 30? And I found out that you need another half a million. You need another, you're only halfway there when you get to level 29. That was gruesome. So you kind of had to like, you really like, you can get experience from playing maps and stuff like that, but you got a lot more people just downloaded your characters, tracks, and carts. And like one of the tricks that was you can do, because this was on PS3, is that you can go to you can make a new account. Excuse me. You can make a new account on your PS3, make a new PSN. Because making a PSN is relatively easy. You can do it in like 2 minutes. Pick a random name, pick a random, you know, email address. You don't even need to confirm, and then you're able to log into PSN. Now at the time, now on PS3, if you had the game downloaded, then all your users would have it, so you didn't have to like rebuy the game. So you could logging into the game. You have to do the first race by default, which took like 2 minutes. Then you can go and look up your user, download all their maps, I mean all their characters, all their carts, all their stages, and then you can delete that user, make another one, and just keep repeating that process. This is one of the things that people would do to grind out the level, the last rank, the last level of getting to level 30. And oh my gosh, like this trophy itself took me like a month or two to get, just because I kind of got it legit, because I love playing the game online. So I would play the game online, and then, you know, I would, you know, try to get, there was like a community where people were just like, hey, download all mine, I'll download all yours, and stuff like that. It was entirely really fun to do. I said very sarcastically, but that's Modnation Superstar. Those are my top grindiest trophies that I've ever attained. Now, there is one I wanted to do special, because this one took quite a while, and the reason why this one took quite a while is because it's glitched. There's another one that I have on here that I've not actually obtained, which is the platinum for Twisted Metal for PS3, because all the online trophies for that game are glitched, and it gets to the point where like you can do the requirements, which is just like, there's one for winning first on 10 times on each map, and you can win first 10 times, like 100 times on each lap on each track, and you still wouldn't get it. It's glitch trophies, man. Glitch trophies are the best. But I got lucked out with this one, if I can find it. Is that the game was free for PSN, so I downloaded, played it. It was a kart racing game. I was like, cool, this is kind of fun. And then I really enjoyed it, so I was like, alright, cool, let me go for platinum. And of course there's online trophies, so I was like, well, okay, that's cool. And then I found out the online trophy was glitched. So I was like, are you serious? And then they never patched it, despite everyone complaining about it. And I can't freaking find the game here. But at first you kind of just like, whatever, because the requirement for getting it is just, you know, you can get just naturally just playing the game, but it was glitched. So at least for me, I would, you know, keep trying, and then I gave up. And then the game became free on PSN again a year later. Like, look at this. 07, 2013 was the last time I got a trophy for this game. And then I would say add in like a few days of me trying to beat 100 community levels, which isn't that hard. You download like and you play it. But a year later, this game was back on PSN, and people were grinding out to get for it. I was like, hey, there's more levels out there. You know, there's more people playing the game. There's more people playing the game just to get another platinum. And I was like, you know, let me try it again. And I ended up getting it. This one took quite a long time to do because it's just play 100 levels. It's easy. I had, like, the game itself, like, I love Mario Kart better than I love a little bit Planet Karting. But I love Modnation Racer better than I love Mario Kart. And you know, it's kind of fun to play, but it was just glitched as fuck, man. I want to say I probably played like 500 levels before this trophy registered or something like that. And these are different levels, so you can't play like one level 100 times. You have to physically find different levels to play, and then you have to play and complete them. So you didn't have to get first place, you just had to finish the race. But yeah, these are my top grindiest platinum or grindiest trophies in video games. God, the things we do for trophies. But I do want to thank you know, for watching. If you did, you know, what are your top grindiest trophies? You can definitely leave that comment below. If you know, outside that, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Other than that, I do want to thank you for watching yet again, and Demonic out.